Welcome to the Wellness Economy Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Quadeera Teart, and I am here joined by our other amazing host.
Michelle Fletcher.
Together, we are known in these health, wellness, business streets as the Holistic Business Network ladies. And we're so excited to be here with you all for another wellness economy episode. We have some really amazing trends and insights to let you in on. And our goal is just to make sure that you know all that you need to know to get this infinite money in the health and wellness business economy, but specifically more so to this 9 trillion that has been projected for us to be able to access as a health and wellness community by year 2028. So Michelle, you ready?
Yes. Let's go.
All right. So Michelle, we got some interesting things going on. The people out here have probably heard about some of these things already. But I'm all about the branding, right? The branding is what helps attract people, give us premium visibility, and they have a really cool name for this whole concept of travel meets wellness. Now, we talked about this last week or the week before or all the time. Um, that wellness travel, is a part of the $9 trillion wellness economy. So
Mm-hmm.
today in my research, I stumbled upon a new name for this. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
They are now calling wellness meets travel, travel meets wellness, medications.
Did you say mancation?
Med, like
Oh,
medical
med.
medications, get your meds.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, so medications are actually trending right now. And for anybody that doesn't know, that's when a luxury retreat is combined with medical diagnostics. So we've seen this coming, right, girl, for a
Mm-hmm.
while. So luxury retreats are combining with medical diagnostics, personalized wellness plans, and high-end travel experiences. Are really exploding in demand. And I would say that we got to experience that, wouldn't you?
We did. That's why I'm smiling. I'm like, oh, wow, we already did our medication this year.
Yeah, we
That
did.
was
We
so
did in that
good.
movement.
Costa
And
Rica is known for that.
yeah, Costa Rica, Palm Beach, shout outs to Palm Beach Wellness Institute
Yeah.
for giving us an amazing, what's the other? Oh, Palm Beach Wellness Institute and
Inspired.
Inspire Health Retreats
Mm-hmm.
took us out to Costa Rica to give us an amazing experience with Dr. Karen Flannery. And they did, we didn't do like the blood testing and all of that, but we did get like a personalized intake, really understand where we are and what type of results we're looking for in our wellness and all of that. So, what was your favorite thing about our medication that we had with Inspire Health Retreats and Palm Beach Wellness Institute when we went to Costa Rica?
Oh my gosh. Between the excursions and the connection, it was most definitely the amazing food that was served 3 times a day. Everything was just so highly nutritional but delicious. that that alone, if they would have just cooked 3 times a day with that menu, I would have been happy. But then we got to add in all the other things, right? The excursions, the downtime to really talk through things and really check where we are health wise. All of those things were fantastic. But hey, the foodie in me loved that part. The healthy foodie in me really loved it.
You know, yeah, the foodie in me loved it, but I think even more so, my cells just loved it. The food that was on that retreat with Chef Matan, who was a Costa Rican native, if I remember correctly. Um,
No, he
no,
was from Israel.
Oh, he was from Israel. Okay, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Oh, shout out Chef Matan. Okay, so his food, it just goes to show you how important food is because in Costa Rica, I was so super regular and
Mhm.
I did not miss any flavor, any taste, anything. Everything had so much fiber, so much water in it, like what do they say? Cruciferous vegetables,
Mhm.
right? From butternut squash to whole milk. It was everything.
Mhm. It was whole raw milk, girl. You were drinking whole raw
Whole
milk.
raw milk.
But
So,
that's the difference when you leave the US. Those are the like you can taste the difference and then you can feel your cells feel the difference in the food
yeah,
that you consume
yeah.
because it's just next level leaving here and eating from locally grown farmers, and it was just amazing. Everything they were getting was local. They had a huge bowl of fruit that was just picked
Mhm.
and there for us to like. It was amazing, amazing.
Yeah. And as we're talking about this, it makes me think about our local farmers, right? And not the farmers that are producing in mass quantity, like mass production, but the local farmers and
Hmm.
how this can be a real opportunity for them to highlight wellness travel. So people are looking for intimate wellness experiences, and they don't, us who live here in the US, we shouldn't always have to travel outside of the US. While that is nice and it is a treat, we also know that if we continue to do that, it could hurt the business of some of the people here. Because right now, the market value for wellness tourism is 651 billion in 2024. It's reporting that it was 651 billion and it's projected to hit 1.3 trillion by 2030. And so Airbnb, we've seen that with them. They have their experiences that they used to curate. I think they've taken this part off of their site, but people are looking for intimate, they're looking for nutritious, they're looking for luxurious too. So how can you turn what you're doing into a luxurious opportunity?
I love that. We actually have a member that has incorporated that. She has a farm and she has a number of properties, Airbnb properties. I mean, she's on the cutting edge of this movement.
Yeah.
Um, and I just think it's so smart. Like people want to get away, they want to be in nature because, we're in South Florida, we're in the city. So most of the country isn't in the city, but those of us that are, we love to leave the city and be back
Mm,
in nature because I think innately that's what our bodies know to do. So we have her, and then I see so many. Oh my goodness, I just lost my train of thought. Uh, like when we went to Costa Rica, we did exactly that. We went to a cacao farm, and he took us through
yes.
the entire experience
And
of
cacao beans changed my life ever since.
oh, amazing. Like it was such a great educational tour, and I never would have thought I would have enjoyed going on a cacao tour as much as I did. And he took us through every step of the process from when the cacao was just planted to it's sprouting the cacao beans and then roasting and taking us through the it was amazing. But
Yeah.
these are the experiences that people are now moving into, right? As they're becoming more holistically inclined, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. So for you guys that have an inclination for that type of thing, that's a great space to be in.
Hmm. Yeah, and you can partner. So the members, or not the members, but the health and wellness business leaders, business owners, they might be thinking, well, how can I get involved in wellness travel at $651 billion, projected to be 1.3 trillion by 2030. It might seem like a very large number, and you might be thinking, but what place do I have in that? First of all, if you're in the South Florida area, if you're in the California area, even if you're like in an area that's kind of barren, you want to start reframing your perception about where you are and where you live as a luxury, and not looking at it as like, oh, this little old town, or everybody's already doing it, or everybody's already here, and seeing how, what is the luxury that you have in your area, and then partnering with your local practitioners, right? So how can you
Mhm.
create an experience from where you are? We live in one of the wellness travel locations of the world, top
Mhm.
places of the world, South Florida. So people are always traveling here, but people often think of, oh, when people come here to South Florida, specifically Miami, they're coming to like, dance and drink and do all the things. But a lot of people are coming here for retreats, medications, getting away, and our number one asset, which is the sun. So how
Mm.
can you partner up with practitioners, doctors, massage, uh, what do you call them?
Therapist?
Massage therapists,
Ah.
and bringing all of your services together underneath the sun or in the desert, and creating something unique, and being able to package it in a way that gives you a high ticket opportunity. The reason why I love luxury opportunities is because if you are really focused on providing luxury, it gives you an opportunity to make the most profit income out of what it is that you're offering to the people. And what you can't do is you can't just slap the word luxury on there and think it's luxury. That ain't gonna fly. It has to be a true luxurious experience.
Mhm.
And Michelle, what do you think creates a luxurious experience for someone in wellness?
I know for me, the space, like, you can feel when you're walking into a space that's luxurious. It has just a different effect on us, um, versus somewhere that's, you know, might look like being in your average place, taking it up a few notches to
Mm,
give that luxurious experience, paying attention to small details that make people's lives comfortable and easier. Those are
mhm.
things that I think all account for luxury, making people's lives easier and more comfortable without them asking. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I want to just say this and then I'm going to move on. One time I was hanging out with a friend,
Hmm.
and we had just left a not so rich, wealthy area, and we had used the bathroom in that area, right? So we went into a restaurant in that area and we
Hmm.
used the bathroom. The tissue in the bathroom was regular tissue. And I remember saying something to her about it. I don't know why, but I brought the tissue out of the bathroom with me, and I said, "Look at this tissue. Do you see this
Was
tissue?"
it one ply? One ply tissue?
I don't even know. I just know it was tissue that was aggravating me. It was working my nerves because it was breaking apart. It was
Mm,
not a luxurious experience. It was a very inconveniencing, experience. And
yeah.
I remember showing her that. And then we left that area and we traveled up to a very affluent area, and we went into like a basic restaurant in this affluent area. It wasn't a five-star anything, it wasn't a Michelin star restaurant, nothing, just a basic restaurant in that area. But because we switched areas, the tissue had an upgrade.
Mhm.
And so I remember I went to use the bathroom again. saw the tissue and I was like, you see, this is what I'm talking about. So I brought the tissue out to her. I said, you see this tissue? She laughed so hard. But I said, this is the difference between luxury and not luxury. It's
Yeah.
you can tell that they are thinking about their consumer. Basic restaurant, just like the other basic restaurant, but they take the time to think about the end user. And when you take
Yes.
your time to think about the end user, you will always be able to create a more luxurious atmosphere because it's about how you're making the consumer feel, right? So that's my little 2 cents on luxury.
Nothing worse than being known for having terrible toilet tissue in your establishment. That could be a make or break for some people. Like, oh my gosh, I hate that when I have to like wrap it around like 20 times before it can actually do anything. Yes.
You know, it's just tissue. I know y'all, but
Example.
it's a deal. It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So another trending topic in wellness this week, the global wellness economy this week, is India. I know you're very familiar with India.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have not been there, but
you're not
I have
been.
plenty of friends from there, and
Yeah.
I ask a lot of questions, so I'm all in.
So you might be excited to know that India's luxury wellness tourism is on the rise. So that's why I'm very fascinated by the global wellness economy, not just the US wellness economy. I know us in the US, we tend to just think about ourselves, but
Mm-hmm.
the global wellness economy is really booming. We ain't the only ones interested in health and wellness, y'all. So India's luxury wellness economy is on the rise. And I think this is very, very fascinating because for decades now, people have looked at India as a place to go and seek solace where they can go and meditate and be inside of the ashrams and the Buddhist sanctuaries. I probably got that wrong.
Hindu.
Have like these rebirths, right? So wouldn't it make sense for you to be able to experience your rebirth in luxury? I don't know. It excites me.
It's funny because my friend is actually from an area that is known for like that more luxurious experience in India. There's several. India is huge. It's a huge
Hmm.
country, but she's from an area called Pune, and I was actually talking to someone else, and her husband was from Pune, and she was like, "Yeah, we go there on vacation. It's so beautiful." And then I was talking to my friend about it, and she was like, "Yeah, Pune is like a huge like vacation spot for other people from India. They fly there because of that experience and the beauty, like the mountains and the lushness." And
Yeah.
so that is very exciting to know, right? More
Yeah.
reason to now travel to India. I've been wanting to travel there because my friend is, you know, family is from there and she
Hmm.
was living there for like 6 years. But very exciting to hear this because India has so many holistic practices
Yep.
culturally. That this is just how they live. Like Ayurvedic is just a lifestyle. And now we're seeing Ayurvedic pop up everywhere here in the US. And I'm like, huh, you guys are funny. This is like this people's culture, but they have so many great practices that inspire healthy living and a healthy lifestyle. And so it makes sense.
Yeah. And oops. I think that the reason why we might see a surge, like we've seen Ayurvedic practices and Indian practices in the US or in the West on the rise for quite some time. But the space where people's minds are right now, everybody is always trying to go to the source,
Mm-hmm.
right? If they can't get it at home, like if they can afford to go outside of home, they will go to the source. So people have this strong desire to want to go and learn directly from the teacher or
Mm-hmm.
experience the direct modality. But sometimes you just need it at home too. So it's like, how can you take a little piece of India home with you? And so the market value of what India, the luxury wellness tourism in happening in India right now, we're talking about a 20% market share increasing every year. And so I got to say this, right? So the exciting thing to me about this is what cross promotion and proper branding looks like at its finest, right? So the travel to India has been on the rise for quite some time, right? The reports are showing 20% annually. But the way that that happened has to be because the products, the services, the culture from India was being marketed to everyone else as well, especially to folks in the US. So because they've been marketing it here for decades, and the couple of people that would travel there, and by couple, y'all, I know it's a lot. I'm not saying like one or two. Um, but because of the couples of people that would travel there and experience it and wanted to bring it back, and they gave them permission to bring it back, now people, it's like second nature that cross promotion happened. And now they want to go to the source. So that was actually cross promotion that we saw happening, where maybe we thought it was culture stealing, but maybe it was actually intentional.
Hmm. I gotta think on that because I'm thinking now, like a lot of corporations moved business to India, right, for cheaper labor. And so I could just imagine, I know several of my friends who are in like managerial, high managerial roles for their company have traveled to India for that very exact thing. And so all these businesses now having business in that country, once the American goes there, they get the experience. They're telling other people. They're seeing all the things that can be done when they go over there. So I guess it's a number of factors, so many factors involved,
Mhm.
but that's really interesting.
It also makes me think about Jamaica and how Jamaica became a popular destination for
Mm-hmm.
travel. And so for me, I don't know about y'all, but when I think of Jamaica, I think of it as a OG in the wellness tourism game. Like I think of Jamaica and the Caribbean as wellness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they may not, I don't know where they are, where they sit. I would be curious to find out when it comes to the wellness economy, but you can go to the Caribbean and find natural wellness. You can find coconuts. You can find, good homemade food that's going to feed you, right? You have the sun, you have the water, you have
Mm-hmm.
good sound vibrations. I know y'all like that sound healing, right? You got good sound healing. Like this is wellness, right? But unless Jamaica brands themselves that way,
Yeah.
they might be left out of the whole wellness luxury travel. So why go on Jamaica? Mm.
Yeah, what's going on? It's funny. South America is kind of running things right now where that has become a hub for people to go, whether it's Costa Rica or Panama or like Colombia. People are going to all these countries for that. But you got the Caribbean right there. That is so much of the lifestyle. I think there's a small group that's actually, you know, showcasing it, but I think
Mhm.
there's so many of them still haven't tapped into the opportunity that exists in that area.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Put
my
a
parents
name.
are Jamaican. I know it's a lifestyle. You just once you're there, you just are engulfed in it and it feels normal. But for so many people, they've never experienced that lifestyle.
Exactly. Exactly. So some opportunities for you all watching that you may not have ever considered, you can develop a cultural wellness retreat. I would take the word cultural out, to be honest, and just say wellness retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, collaborate with folks that are actually there to give you more of an authentic experience.
Yeah.
Um, offer, I just saw myself do something that reminds me of my daughter, and it made me laugh. I said, she does that all the time. Okay. You can offer, retreats there. And then even more so, we have a member that was talking about doing this not too long ago. I'm not sure where she is with it. Um, but remember she was traveling to India and she wanted to bring back products because
Mm-hmm.
another thirst that people have, again, people don't want just the product, right? They want it to be as original as it can possibly be. So the more original it can be, the more the more value it has, and the more value it has, the more you can charge for it. Hence African black soap. Something can say, Ayurvedic oil. Oh, I wonder how that company is doing now. The one they had, Aveda. Aveda. Do you remember Aveda Spa and Salon?
Yeah.
They're still around, but I wonder how they're doing with the influx of like Ayurvedic practices, because they're called Aveda because they had like an a
They were
Vedic
inspired.
approach,
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
mhm, to the way
Huh.
they approached hair and skin and nails and all of that.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't know. I literally saw that they have a school um, down here somewhere in Davie, but they have a school for Aveda. So,
yeah,
but they
it's a
used to be
school and salon.
right. Oh, they
Mhm.
were a school too. I didn't realize they were a school. I just thought they were salons. But I don't know. I don't know if they're keeping up with the infiltration of all these other health and wellness type of beauty, resources. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. I mean, there's so much. Every week we have so much to talk about. I know the big one on
That's
your
just it.
brain with South Florida Wellness Week coming up. You've been doing a lot of research, a lot of going out there and talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
I am really intrigued by the holistic technologies that exist today. There's so many amazing ways. Everyone wants convenience, right? Some people don't want to go the regular route of getting results, and so there's technologies out there for a lot of things that I didn't even realize until probably the past year.
Mm,
So there's technologies out there that you can use instead of Botox that will firm and plump up the face and create more collagen. And I mean, non-invasive technologies. There's technologies that will, you've heard of cryotherapy, will get rid of fat. There's technologies that will build a stronger core without you having to do a million sit-ups. There's technology that will strengthen your pelvic, your what is it?
your
Your
pelvic floor.
pelvic floor. Like there's all these technologies that all you have to do is go, they put the contraption on you and it does magic. Like it just does this stuff. And that is, I'm seeing more health and wellness practices incorporating some of these things to help their patients get results without having to spend as much time, and to get results faster. So that has been, we have South Florida Wellness Week coming up in October, and I'm just like, we need to be showcasing these things because there's so many of our practitioners. I actually had one yesterday reaching out to me asking about one of these technologies. So they're wanting to incorporate, and we're wanting to help showcase them. So if you have a holistic technology company, there's a number of them. We are looking to have you showcase the amazing work that you do. So, South Florida Wellness Week, you can reach out to me or Q if you know someone or if you're in that industry, and we'd love to have you spotlighted in what you
And
do because
This would be a great place for you to come and learn about a lot of these technologies because
Mhm.
did you know, Michelle? Did you know how much you can actually increase your business revenue and potential profitability in your business by adding one of these technologies? Just one.
I would say by at least 30%.
$15,000 a month in additional revenue by just having one of these technologies.
Where
And it
you can
doesn't have to be Botox or, any of those. We're talking about technologies, like Michelle said, non-invasive. I'm sure they have studies and all of that, but it's better than plastic surgery and
mhm,
Botox and stuff. $15,000 a month, these doctors' offices, wellness spas, just one machine is adding $15,000 in additional revenue.
a month. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
good. That is really
Yeah,
good.
so it falls under the aesthetics department, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's recommended if you run a spa, if you run a clinic. We have doctors within our network who have these inside of their facilities where they are doing primary care, but they also have these technologies available. Also, things like IV therapy, right? We're
Yeah.
talking about IV therapy as well. So people are coming into you. If you're a doctor or a nurse practitioner, this is a great opportunity for you. People are already coming to you with some of their ailments, some of
Yeah.
their sicknesses. Hopefully, they're coming to you because they're well too and they want to stay
Mhm.
well. But if they're coming to you because of some of these challenges and issues that they're having, you can also give them fixes as you have them on the plan, right? To becoming better and well. So it's exciting. And it's an
Very.
opportunity to upsell too. I don't know how good y'all people are on their sales game, but it's an opportunity to upsell, provide memberships, provide
Mhm.
packages. You do not, let me say this again. You do not have to do doctoring and nursing the same way as everyone has done it before. You can do things differently now.
Yep. A lot of people are doing things differently. We see that within our membership, and we love that for them because they're helping to generate more income with less effort, which is great. So, yeah, these are. Did you have anything else? Any other trends, or are we kind of out of time?
No, I have lots of other trends, but I'm not going to go through the other trends. The last thing I'll actually say is South Florida Wellness Week is the most important week in the global health and wellness industry.
Mm,
This is the first year, but it is just the beginning of a premier opportunity for you to really come and learn how to influence the health and wellness marketplace. So, if you have been looking to really grow, to really reach people, the masses of people, you want to first be in the room with influencers,
mm,
people who are creating the impact and the influence in this industry. So we have a strategy here at the Holistic Business Network where we do not start from the bottom and work our way up. We start from the top and work our way down. So if you have a message, if you have a product, the holistic technology companies know this. You have a service, you have a product, and you want to get it out to masses of people. You don't start at the bottom and go door to door. You start at the top and let that message
mhm.
trickle down through all of the people of influence, leaders of influence who already have the people, the masses of people in their hands. So South Florida Wellness Week.com is the only website you need to be visiting right now. Get your tickets, nominate your friends in health and wellness for awards, And let's show people what holistic, science based, natural wellness and health is really all about. I'm done.
Oh, let's go. That's true. Yes. Well, on that note, I think our conversation for today is over, but it was a great conversation. I love talking about all these things. And I know there's going to be a lot more that we're going to discuss on the future episode next week. But thank you for anyone who's watching. Drop any comments. Um,
Check the
Follow
show
our
notes for
channel.
links
Yeah,
and all the things.
there you go. And if there's something that you know is a trending health and wellness topic globally, drop it in the comments. All right, Q,
Peace
we're
out,
out.
y'all.